Gene Valentino's Grassroots podcast. He tells the truth. He tries to get information out there to make sure people make good, informed decisions.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. We've got to get on this herpes virus and attack it at its source. If you're tired of these cold sore breakouts caused by the herpes virus, you've got to discover this product I'm on board with. It's called Herplex, the natural homeopathic remedy that works on your body's defenses. Visit buyherplex.com/Gene. Do it today and save 25% on your first order by using the discount code GENE25. Throw that code in there and you got yourself a discount. Let's conquer herpes and cold sores together.
All right, so let's turn now to the New York City mayoral race, where House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has finally endorsed far-left socialist Zohran Mamdani to unfortunately be the next mayor. So for more on this, let's bring in GOP political strategist, insider, and host of the Grassroots Truth Cast, Gene Valentino, as well as online opinion editor for the Washington Times, as well as Newsmax contributor, Cheryl Chumley. Good morning to you both. Oh, my goodness,
Good
you
morning.
guys. Let's just get your reaction. You know, the leading Democrat in the House endorsing such a controversial candidate to lead America's biggest city. I mean, really the financial capital of our entire country. Gene, your reaction on this, because unfortunately, I hate these words are even coming out of my mouth. It looks like it's going to be him.
Well, good morning. And what a way to start the morning. I'm going to disrupt your train of thought and suggest that Mr. Curtis Sliwa, I predict, could be the next mayor of the city of New York. While it's my personal hope, I'm not misguided by the wall he has to overcome, but I think the silent majority in the New York area is not that stupid. And if they are, it's the complete meltdown of the Democrat Party in plain view, while in parallel we see a major disruption to a treasured city that's a hallmark for the United States of America and something we'll have to repair and fix in the years ahead. I think Curtis Sliwa gets it. He's the only native of New York that's truly been there to support New York. He's been down in those subway bowels, and he's been in all parts of New York to make it a better place.
Yeah, you're not wrong at all. Curtis Sliwa is a fantastic candidate. Again, born and raised in New York City, Mamdani cannot say that. He's only been a New Yorker for a handful of years. He's only 33 years old, comes from an extraordinarily rich family, which is just so ironic considering it says all he wants to do is just tax the rich. Cheryl, here we go. Why are people so willing to vote for Mamdani? I mean, he's a failed rapper. What does he have to show besides, hey, I'm going to give you some free stuff?
Well, that's a very powerful narrative, right, to low information voters, to voters in the younger sect who have grown up in public school systems taught to think America is to blame for all that ails the world and to embrace socialism. And it's also something that illegals that come to this country from other governments that teach that government is there to provide from cradle to grave. That's something that grabs a hold of people. And look, New York City has been a sort of breeding ground for this far leftist type of ideology for years. And to me, it just shows the degradation of the Democrat Party, which again has been ongoing for decades, really ratcheted up since Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came to the forefront, sort of as the leader of the Democrat Party. So I'm not as optimistic that Mamdani will lose.
I love that you said, these low information voters are the ones that are pushing for him, considering there's no such thing as a free lunch. Somebody's paying for all this quote unquote free stuff that he wants to give out. But I do want to quickly play a part of a new ad from Mamdani's opponent, somebody else, independent, Andrew Cuomo, is also running. This is completely AI generated. So let's take a look at this.
Zohran Mamdani's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Mamdani isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal. For Zohran. For Zohran Mamdani.
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
All right, Gene, I would love your reaction on that.
Well, Como has a pattern and has shown himself as being somewhat of a misfit with certain bad behavior at the state level. He snubbed Donald Trump when Trump was in his first term, trying to bring help into New York City with issues related to isolating the COVID victims. And each time that there's been efforts to show team spirit or team approach, I don't see it in Como.
Yeah.
I see in Como the same thing I see in most Democrats, me before we. I want myself to be advantaged and taken care of first, then I'll figure out what I might be able to do for you. I did not see that with Curtis Sliwa. I saw a guy who put New York first and has done so for decades. And that's why I think that's the guy I think who has a chance here.
Yeah, speaking of Sliwa, let's take a look at those predictive markets. So, of course, Mamdani, 92% chance to win the election, way ahead of Cuomo and Sliwa. But Sliwa could actually be making some massive moves here, with a new Victory Insights poll showing the Republican just trailing Mamdani by only 8 points in a head-to-head. Again, that's without Cuomo in there. Cheryl, have your thoughts changed looking at that poll? What do you make of this?
So polls always lean farthest left, right? And we have seen so many times over the years that they're not off by just 1 or 2 percentage points. They're off by double digits in many instances. So as a voter, if you're a voter in New York City, I really wouldn't pay attention to the polls at this point.
Yeah, it's Gene, just your quick thoughts on that poll. Again, Curtis Sliwa, he's been, like you said, in the bowels of the subway, loves New York City. Just wrap this up for us.
Real quick, I think that Cheryl's right. I think polls are misleading. I do think that he's in striking distance now, and the real surprise will be the registered Democrats in New York, some 4 million plus, that most of which are Jewish, that are going to be faced with a decision. Do I go with Sliwa, who's a proven something in New York over the decades, or do I go with a Como who's deceived us, whether he's a Democrat running or not?
Yeah, New Yorkers are not forgetting what Cuomo did, especially during the pandemic. Cheryl Chumley, Gene Valentino, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. I recently had the chance to sit with Ashley Leppert. Ashley's the real deal. A United States Coast Guard helicopter pilot, a recipient of the Air Medal, and a true American hero. Her first book, The Hurricane Within, was an award-winning document, and now shows she's back with volume number 2 called Beyond the Storm. Ashley's courage, faith, and strength of character will inspire you. Visit her website and get the latest updates on her new book and your chance to receive and win a free autographed copy. Check out the QR code down in the corner as well. Thanks for joining us.